Hello, viewers and listeners from Houston, Texas, Nigeria, Africa, and around the world. My name is Smart Madu Ajaja, and the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN, and the Nightingale Radio International, broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, United States of America. It's 8:44 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Houston. I don't know whatever time it is. I will say good evening, good morning, good night, and good afternoon, good whatever it is. And I hope you guys are having fun wherever you are. This is ONN on YouTube, and I welcome my friends on TikTok that are watching from around the world. I hardly do live shows on TikTok, but I'm going to start. I post mostly a lot of videos, and thank you very much for all those who are, joining us on TikTok and those joining us also on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. For the benefit of those joining from TikTok, I would love to introduce myself as Smart Madu Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now here at ONN and the Nightingale Radio International. Thank you very much. I am a registered nurse by profession. I am a Pan-Africanist, a Rasta, an activist with emphasis on social, economic, civil and criminal, political and environmental justice. I am from Nigeria, but I live in Houston, Texas. I've lived in Houston, Texas for since the past 29 years, and I have traveled the world. I'm a fighter for justice, and that is why I'm an activist. Wherever there is injustice, there you find me. What we're trying to build here is a movement for global peace, security, and justice. We need it now, like never before. Hey, Manuel Martinez from YouTube, thank you. How are you? Lina Scott, it's a pleasure. MS Lady Woman, say hi, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, you are saying the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yay, Martinez. Thank you. And our friends joining us from YouTube, TikTok, I welcome all of you. Fatou, thank you very much. Madon, thank you. Ezeke, I appreciate you. Please do us a favor. If this is the first time you are encountering us, either on TikTok or on YouTube, follow us, share our message, invite friends to be part of this broadcast. Yes. What I am talking about today is Africa. Yes, Africa is going through a lot of changes right now. So much going on in Africa. Yes, and Africa is a continent. Thank you, Manuel, for following. I appreciate you. And for you on TikTok, please follow me. I want us to grow and grow organically. So all of us, I want us to be friends. Some of you are younger than me. And I see the population of younger people who deserve to know the truth about the world. And so that when they find themselves in positions of authority, yes, in positions of authority, they will be able to do justice. That is why I am here, to bring up a new generation of just men and women from around the world. I'm talking today emphatically about Africa. I talk about the United States. I talk about global, what is happening around the world as the need arises. So welcome, welcome, and I thank you for being part of this growing movement. And I thank you for sparing your time this evening to be part of this live stream, talking about Africa, unification of Africa, Africa unite, and the need for the world to let Africa grow and develop its own potential. Africa has over 45% of the Earth's resources, but sadly, Africa presents the highest number of poor people. You know, it's so hard to justify that, especially with the massive mineral and natural resources. And this is the reason why we are seeking a global understanding about the need for the world to give Africa a break. Yes, this is a continent whose people were enslaved for some 100 years by the Arabs. Let me make one thing clear. We are not seeking vengeance. We are not seeking anything, but this is part of our story. So don't feel uncomfortable if you're an Arab or you're a European here. But what we are looking for is that we're going forward, we be men and women of justice. So Africa was enslaved for 700 years by the Arabs. And during this time, this 700 years, all the male slaves from Africa were castrated. Yes, castrated. So they will not pollute. And that's their understanding. Will not pollute them, and they have children that have something to do with black people or Africans. Then when that was over, the Europeans came. For another 400 years, the African people were created, yes, and taken across the Atlantic to various European countries, including here, the United States, where I'm standing to send this message. This same United States, where Marcus Garvey did his work, yes, from the 1900s. And I'm proud to be here, standing on the same soil where Marcus Garvey started his work. And you know the impact it has. And Marcus Garvey is a huge inspiration to my work. Robert Nesta Marley is a huge inspiration to my work. Yes, Sekou Toure. Yes, Emperor Haile Selassie. And all those great Africans are a huge, collective, huge inspiration to my work. So this is why we are here. So what we are doing today is talking about that the need for the world to let Africa be. Yes, it is important, very, very important. So this continent has had its people enslaved for 1,100 years. Then after the enslavement, there came the colonialism. Colonialism simply means enslaving people in their own lands, enslaving people in their home countries, enslaving people in their own community. Yes, making them do what you want them to do, manipulate them and exploit them, take their resources, set them up against themselves, give them a different type of God from what they are used to, and they become confused. Yes, for a very long time, the African people have been confused, but we are here now today. A lot of us have become conscious and now are asking questions. How long are we going to be in this elementary school or university? It's time to graduate. That is what we are demanding right now. We are not begging. We are demanding that we graduate from these universities. We are human beings, and historically and spiritually, you know, when the story of God's creation, the story started all from Africa. So if the story started from Africa, by implication, it means that the first man that was created was an African. And the first man, yes, the first direct encounter with the Almighty God and a human being was between him and an African. And the first man that was created was an African. So we are demanding our respect. We are demanding our dignity. That does not mean that we will do a reverse of what people did to us. Yes, we are not asking for that. We are demanding for respect now. Let us be. We were fractured. We did not develop along the line we were supposed to develop. Here comes two group of people come, give us a different type of pathway to God, the Almighty God. Yes, we are the source. All right, so we cannot continue to be confused. Now we are asking for respect and we are demanding for it and we are going to get it. So all we want is a global understanding in that direction. We have a lot of resources. People have come, how many generations have come to exploit Africa? Yes, to take from Africa, take mineral resources, take everything from us, exploit us, create wars. Yes, brothers are fighting against brothers, sisters fighting against sisters. Who benefits? The imperial forces. And this is the reason why we are saying no. A lot of our people have come up in the past. Every time they came, they cut them down. Patrice Lumumba, 1961. Kwame Nkrumah, 1961. Emperor Haile Selassie, 1974. Thomas Sankara, 1982. Robert Mugabe, a few years ago. Samora Machel, blown up mid-air in South Africa because of his position against apartheid. The people of the world, isn't it time we ponder? And the more they do this, the more revolutionaries start coming up. More revolutionaries are coming up. That is why we are having Ibrahim Traore today. Yes, in Burkina Faso, asking the same questions that Thomas Sankara had asked, asking the same question that Patrice Lumumba has asked, asking the same question that Emperor Haile Selassie started asking as far back as 1930 when he was coronated the Emperor of Ethiopia. Yes, asking the same question Kwame Nkrumah asked, asking the same question Modibo Keita, Sekou Toure, yes, Abdel Nasser, yes, Nnamdi Azikiwe of Nigeria, and a whole lot of them asking the same question that has not been answered. When shall we be free? When shall we be free? When shall we graduate from this colonial college? When are we going to be a free people? Yes, that will be respected and not be treated with disdain everywhere we go. But I tell the people of Africa, nobody is going to give it to us but us. And this is the reason why we must up. This is the reason why we must not go to sleep like we went to sleep so many years ago when they would come and tell us our leader that we know, leaders that we know are good. They told us that they were bad, and then they made us hate them, and then we became the weapon against them here on behalf of our manipulators. So the manipulation of Africa has to end now, and that is what we are asking. Diga Nick, I am from Nigeria. Yes, that's where I'm proudly from Nigeria. Yes, that is where I'm from. Yes, so this is what we are asking right now. We have fed the world. We have fed the world for all our existence. We have fed the world. They came with slavery. They came with colonialism. They came with imperialism. They came with apartheid. And now we are dealing with globalization. Globalization to them is a certificate of occupancy. Yes, that they will come and occupy our land without our approval and then expect us to be quiet. No, it's not going to continue to happen like that. We are tired and we're going to wake up. Out of the mind. Hey, brother, how are you? Good to hear from you, man. Good to hear from you. I hope you are doing great this evening. Yes, yes, yes. So this is what we are talking about. Africa, unite. Africa, unite. Africa, unite. Africa, unite. Yes, Ibrahim Traore is my younger brother. You can even call him my son because I can be his father. I'm 62 years old. And Ibrahim Traore is 37. I'm so proud of him. Really so proud of that young man. He has the history of Africa in his head. He understands what's taking place. He understands what has been happening. Yes, I wish the whole of the youth of Africa can lift their consciousness as high, if not higher than what he has. He understands. It's a great time. Yes. Isn't it a great time to be alive? Yes, pleasant gift. It is. This is the best time to be here. This is the best time to be here. And in our lifetime, Africa will be set free. In our lifetime, the captives will be set free. In our lifetime, Africa will transform. In our lifetime, we will break all the boundaries in Africa, useless, unnecessary boundaries that we did not create, colonial boundaries. Yes, in our lifetime, we will see the United States of Africa with one economy, with one reserve bank, with one military. Yes, that's the scary part of them. Yes, they don't want to see us unite. All they want us to do is keep on fussing and fighting. They don't want to see us live together. Yeah, 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 yeah. All they want us to do is keep on killing one another. Stop ranking. Stop ranking. For this ranking. Yes, they don't want to see us unite. They don't want to see us live together. All they want us to do is keep on killing one another. Yes. Killing one another, stop ranking. Yes. They taught us how to be violent. We are not violent. They made life so hard that every time we want to get some food, we have to fight one another. Yeah. Life has become an experience in the jungle where the fittest of the fittest only survives. But we have to turn that around. On the back of Africa, Europe was built. On the back of Africa, yes, France was built on the back of Africa. Portugal was built on the back of Africa. Spain was built on the back of Africa. The United States was built on the back of Africans. Yes. Now Africa must build by themselves. We don't have to stay on the back of anybody. We don't want to use anybody. We don't want to exploit anybody. We are not going to enslave anybody because that is not in our character. We have all it takes to be the best, and we are heading there. So all revolutionaries from Africa, be you in the diaspora, be you the descendants of slaves, now start getting ready to head back to motherland because that is where it is going to be going down. Yes. Yes. Ayuk Asere, you said Tinubu is supporting the West. Absolutely. Tinubu is a puppet. Yes. So that is why Nigerians don't want him. Yes. Nigerians don't want him. So he's holding Nigerians down in chains. But we're going to break that chain in no distant time. Yes. Now, talking about Tinubu, this is the second year. His second year of being the illegal and illegitimate president of Nigeria. One, he did not win an election. He forced himself with the help of his backers from outside Nigeria, outside Africa. Yes, those who have his criminal record. He was a drug dealer here, arrested, prosecuted, and sentenced. But instead of putting him behind the bars, they gave him a pat in the back, collected nearly 500,000 US dollars, and asked him to leave. Then from there, all the money he made from destroying lives, he destroyed American lives. He destroyed so many American lives. He destroyed children. He destroyed families. I would think that America would put him where he belonged. Yes, for the rest of his life. Yes, Ibrahim Jabi, you are right. Tinubu must go. We are not going to wait for an election. That is why we are telling Nigerians, stop this crap of lining behind Atiku. Atiku is a criminal. And Rufai, yes, one of those masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria. You want to line behind them in a coalition for what? You know, for what? We want him out. We want him out. Yeah, Ramaphosa, yeah, he said out of the mind. He said Ramaphosa might be a puppet. So Yeah, perhaps, maybe, I'm not sure exactly. But I think what happened to him at the White House when he came here, he didn't prepare for it. And I was so surprised. He didn't need a lot of preparation for someone who lived through apartheid in South Africa to come here and be so bruised. I felt so sad watching him. Well, perhaps because he felt he was here, he needed to be nice, but I think he was too gentle for my liking, especially with the evidence presented to him that were all based on lies. The pictures you saw there were pictures of people who died in Congo, not in South Africa. Now, thank you for bringing this up. Yeah, thank you for bringing this up, my brother, out of the mind. No, there's no killing. The Afrikaners in South Africa, nobody is touching them. There's absolutely no genocide. I don't know what people read, what people understand by genocide. Even I'm not making a case for anybody, killing anyone. But you can't say that when 2 or 3 people die, that you equate that with ethnic cleansing. Nobody should die. And those who are making the allegations, they forgot the thousands of black people in South Africa who were murdered. Yes, some of them were buried alive in the farms by the Afrikaners. They are not talking about that. How wicked this world is, how unfair. And this is the reason why Africa must stand up and really wake up to get its acts together. Yes, I lived in South Africa for 2 years. I went to South Africa in 1994 as a professional. Yes, I lived a little bit in the Johannesburg area before I moved to Betal. Yes, in Mpumalanga. I was there for 2 years. And I know what I know. I saw what I saw. I was in crossfire many times, many times, many times. Not just, it became something, I became used to being in a near-death situation. So it became normal for me. I used to work in the hospital. I'm a nurse. I was working in the hospital there. And then there's this violence that will crop up in the black community, black on black violence. Because the black people there don't have access to anything. So they turned on each other. Because life there is a jungle. Life there for the black people is a jungle. I am not sure anything has changed for the black man in South Africa. Yes, they are a commanding majority of the population, but majority of them are poor, live below poverty line. The economy is in the hands of less than 1% of the country's population. And here you come telling me and telling the world in a brazen manner that because Elon Musk is lying, and I felt so bad that somebody had to believe the lies of those Afrikaners. Yes, they still believe that the black people in South Africa should all perish. This city where I lived, Betal in South Africa, they had this festival that they call Potato Festival. So I was curious to find out what Potato Festival was. It was sad what I had. And the mayor of the town, the first black mayor of the town, Mr. Matlangi, was my friend. I became friends with him. So I asked him, why is this? Do you know the story behind the Potato Festival in Betal? Black people were murdered. And they used them as manure for their potato plantation. So you can imagine how many black people it will take for them to have enough manure to plant their potatoes on. And then they made a festival out of it. So I told the mayor, you got to shut down this festival. That was the last they had that festival. He shut it down. When I was leaving, he was crying. Yeah, because I became a big ally to him, advising him. When he had the cabinet meetings, the white people will not turn up because he was so black to be their leader. Yeah, but I told him, don't give up. Just keep on going there. If they don't like, let them not come. But you have to make a decision. Whatever decision you make is binding on them. Yes. Yes. Now let me read mine. Oh my God, there's a lot of comment here. All right, Sankara, Mugabe, Patrice Lumumba, etc. Great guys. Yeah, they were all great leaders, very exceptional leaders. Great, 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 great. Yes, great. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Now, Ramaphosa may entirely not be, because most black South Africans, I'm not saying, I'm not holding brief for him. I don't think you sometimes when some of his behavior, you see the fire of liberation in him, because they grew up knowing violence. They grew up seeing black people being dragged. They grew up seeing dogs being unleashed on their fellow black people. They see that. So that angers them. So sometimes when you see Ramaphosa, when he's speaking, when he gets that bite of revolution, you can see it. So I am not sure that it's entirely a puppet. Yeah, it may be nice, because in the business that he is in, you need some, diplomacy. We want peace, actually. So that's why I tell the Afrikaners in South Africa, you have to make up your mind. You have to make up your mind. Being Africans and being Europeans. If you want to be Europeans, pack up your things, leave South Africa, go to Europe, and then maybe spend 2 days, spend 3 weeks, then you will find out. Because this same thing this madness that is taking place in South Africa, this hype of a genocide that does not exist in South Africa against the Afrikaners, they tried this same mess in Zimbabwe. And when Britain told them, Zimbabwean white, they should come to Britain, a lot of them did not spend up to 3 weeks. They found out the difference, that Africa was different. In Africa, they were living free. In Africa, they had AIDS. In Britain, you didn't have AIDS. You got to do everything by yourself. So that's the same thing that I tell the people, those ones that they say are going to be lifted down here to the United States. I laugh. When they come here, they will find out the meaning of capitalism. That nobody does anything for you here. You got to take your ass to everything. Yes. And if you have to have someone working for you, you're not going to have that type you had in South Africa, where you pay them pittance and then they'll be telling you, yes, boss, yes, boss. No, it's not happening here. So I want to truly address the Afrikaners. I hope some of them are listening to this broadcast. And then if you have any of them who is friend to you, please share this video with him or her, so that they know what they'll be coming up against. America is America. America is a respecter of nobody. America is a capitalist state. Very, very capitalistic. You pay for every damn thing. There's ain't nothing free in America. I've lived here for 29 years. Next year, I'll be celebrating my 30 years here. Ain't nothing free in America. So, and again, I tell my brothers and sisters in Africa, especially in Nigeria, those who call us, asking us for money, when we give you $10, when we give you $1, when we give you 50 cents, just appreciate it. It shows that we are kind. We are truly kind. That if we have millions, we will give you a lot more than that. So show appreciation. When you call anybody here in the United States to send you money, and he sends you money, or she sends you money, just be thankful. Be thankful, because it's not easy. It's not easy. Some of us, we work 12 hours. Some work 16 hours every day for 4 days in order to make ends meet. You have bills to pay. So much bills. House rent or mortgage. You pay your car note. You pay car insurance. You pay health insurance. You pay all kinds of pay. You pay electricity. You pay for your telephone. By the time you are stressed out. Yes. So when we send you money, I'm telling you, my brothers and sisters, I know about Nigeria, but I know that it's the same thing all over Africa. Yes. When we send you anything, just say thank you. Really show appreciation. Because it ain't easy. America is not free. There is absolutely nothing free in America. Nothing. When I say nothing is free in America, there is absolutely nothing free here. So if you are here, you got to pay your bills. You ain't pay your bills, your ass is going to hit the streets. They'll throw you out. Here, you don't know your landlord that you're going to be trying to please give me some time, give me a break. No, they take your house to court. Before you know it, you are evicted and you live on the street. If you go to the streets of America, there are a lot of people on the streets. Those who are, life can hurt you really bad here, that you don't have the support that you need. Yes, you know, if you don't know how to navigate yourself around, you will get in trouble. So this is what the Afrikaners who are being promised heaven and earth here must understand. When you come here, you're going to be on your own. On day one, not just day two. Day one, yes. Both white, black, Indian, and everybody. Everybody is struggling here. They work around the clock. We work around the clock. You know, I've worked 10 hours before I came here to do the broadcast for the love of country and for the love of Africa. That is what I'm doing right here. So I will appreciate you guys. If you have not subscribed here on YouTube, and if you are not following me yet, you watching me from TikTok, please follow me, because it's not easy doing what I'm doing. You know, this is not a profession for me. So just show respect, show love. You know, follow us and be part of what we are doing. Share our message, give us perspective. We are looking for global peace and global understanding. That is why we are here. All right, let me read this. The Nigeria needs to unite, as there are many different tribes and they all don't get on. Yes, you are right. The reason why it's like that was because it's a colonial legacy. See, the colonial masters came, when they came, they played us against one another. All right, they made things that should unite us, they make them into toxins that we cannot deal with. And this is the reason why now we should grow up and know who the true enemies are, so we can be our brothers and sisters. The situation in Nigeria is terrible. It's very, very terrible. Yeah. You are my brother. I share the same language with you. I dress the same way you dress. We speak the same thing. Your skin color is the same thing as mine. Now you tell me that you're a Muslim. I am a Christian. And for that reason, we cannot be brothers. You know, I've had one young man who is a Muslim tell me that a Muslim from another country is his brother, much more than I am to him. From the sad situation to deal with, that is sad situation that we have to do is a mental slavery. And this is what we must overcome. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Of the time, how long shall they kill our prophets? Why we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing another song of freedom? Yes, all I ever have. Redemption song. Yes, you know, mental slavery is worse. It's worse than physical slavery. Any person who takes your mind has taken away your life. And this is what the people of Africa are grappling with. They took the minds of our ancestors. They replaced it with another mind that has kept on struggling. Another mind that makes you a copycat. And you and I know that a copycat can never be an original cat. So we keep on, running after them. Every time they change, we have to change. So this is the reason now we must disarticulate ourselves and be who we are. Go back to the basics and pick it up from where we stopped. That is what we need right now. We want to be Africans in truth and in spirit, but with respect for the rest of the world. Yes, but we are not going to want to be what somebody else wants us to be. We refuse to be what they wanted us to be. We are what we are. That's the way life is going to be. If you don't know, you can't educate I for no equal opportunity. I'm talking about my freedom. talking about my freedom. Give me freedom and liberty. Yes, we demand for our freedom. If you want to know how the mind works, the simplest way of knowing that the mind is a universal thing, how it operates, with peculiarities to a specific environment, depending on what is prevailing in that environment. The act of building a canoe is the same thing in India, is the same thing in Europe, is the same thing in Africa. The shape and the principle that makes it flow, stand on top of water and move and ferry people. Yes, the same thing. It was a creative idea. But when your mind is fractured, like the minds of Africans were fractured, you get the type of trouble that we have right now. But I salute the resilience of the African. The resilience. I don't know how many people will stand what Africa went through slavery. 700 years of Arab slavery, 400 years of European slavery, totaling 1,100 years. On top of that, they came with colonialism. Yes, the same thing, the same philosophy. And then came later, brought imperialism, where now they own the whole of Africa, created fake countries. Yes. And then on top of that, in 1652, some people relied on a Bible verse to claim a land in South Africa, that South Africa belonged to them. They are the ones now crying that they are committing genocide that does not exist against them. They did not take cognizance of between 1652 and 1994, how many Africans were murdered? How many Africans were buried alive? How many Africans were eaten by their dogs? How many Africans were deprived of access to opportunity? How many Africans were treated like trash? These guys are not serious. Yes, that's the story of African. They are African. Now we are dealing with globalization. It's still Africa. The same thing. Slavery came in different names. All right? It came in its real name before. And then in colonialism, they made it look nicer. Colonialism. But it's still slavery. Imperialism, war, worse. All right? Now globalization. They make it look so nice, but it's still slavery. The African does not control his resources. The African cannot build industries because he does not have the capacity, to build it. Yes, not because he doesn't have the capacity. They have made him accept that it is okay for him to be exporting his raw materials and then to create jobs and build other economies at his own detriment and to the detriment of his own people. Yes, it's okay. And they want to be so nice to him. Here we can build you a house in Paris, and then build you a house in London, build you a house in America, build you a house in all these places. Only a few people, they will like it. That's why the ones we call the puppets. They are so wicked, so obnoxious, so destructive, so insane, yes, so insensitive, and irresponsive, and irresponsible for the most part. Yes, who does that? Now, I want to ask the world a question. There are Americans here looking at me, watching me. There are Europeans watching me. There are Asians watching me right here. There are Argentines, there are Brazilians watching me. Now, I want to ask one question. The question is to Africans. How many European heads of state, how many European presidents own houses in Africa? How many European presidents? I have not seen any American president traveling from United States to Nigeria, for instance, to go and spend 3 weeks. Yes, 3 weeks. Non-stop, 3 weeks. When they come, they are living the next hour. But African leaders, what do? They go to, like the idiot holding Nigeria hostage. He spent nearly a month in France 2 months ago. He spent nearly a whole month in France. What was he doing in France? Is France Africa? So if he was so hungry of going somewhere, he couldn't go to South Africa. He couldn't go to Togo to spend all that time. He's taken our money to give to the French economy, all right? And then the job of Nigeria neglected. Have you ever seen any American president coming to Nigeria to spend time? Spend 2 weeks? Yes. Have you ever seen any European president? It's only Africans. So stupid. So this is the reason this generation must stand up and put an end to the nonsense. Do you know in 2023, when Nigeria was having an election, all of the country's 5 presidential candidates took turn to go to Chatham House, the house of hell, the house of imperialism, to read out their manifestos. In London, where the election was not taking place. Yes, that is colonial mentality. Colonial mentality. Inferiority complex. Well, this generation will not accept it. So this is the reason we are talking. We are not begging. We are telling the world, especially those who think that they can exploit Africa forever after their ancestors have done the same thing. This is a message, strong message to you. Leave Africa alone. Do not come and want to manipulate or tell us what to do. We are tired of the manipulation. Let the African people choose who their leaders are. And because of your interference, that is why democracy is not working in Africa, which is exactly what you want. You don't want democracy to work in Africa. If you wanted democracy to work in Africa, democracy will work seamlessly like it works here. It will work seamlessly like it works in the UK. It will work like it works in Germany. It will work like it works in France. It will work like it works in Spain. So what is the problem with the African democracy? That is a question. Interference from outside. Because we have this generation, this pathway to political leadership in Africa that must get approval from Imperial Europe. That is our problem, but we are blocking it. So that is why you condemn Ibrahim Traore. He's a soldier, he's a military uniform. He shot his way to power. When if Ibrahim Traore had stood for an election, he will not win. No matter how good he is. I am a living example. I am a living testament. I went to Nigeria in 2019 to run for Senate. I could be Nigerian president because I have all it takes to be the president of Nigeria. I went to the Senate. I was blocked. Yes. The problem started from the political party that I chose. The very first political party that I belonged to in my entire life. That is the one they call APC. I later discovered that APC is a terrorist organization. Yes, fronting as a political party in Nigeria. All the masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria belong to that party. They saw me the first time as a threat, and they were determined to stop me. It started with the president at the time, Muhammadu Buhari. They told him that this guy coming from the United States is a crazy person. They called me Americana. They made me look like I'm a stranger in my own land where I was born. Yeah, that is what they do to good people in Africa. So when they did everything to frustrate me, I left the party. Yes. And then went and joined another party. They still came, found their way. I was the best candidate. And they told me I was the very best candidate. You needed to see my campaign. It was like a presidential campaign. I marshaled out what I was going to do and things that I knew I could do. No, because they are not used to good people being leaders. And they infected the voters. They make you to want to pay them money to vote for you, to serve them and serve them like normal human beings. So it's the power of the imperial masters. They get involved and they come as election observers in every election organized in Africa. We are going to tell them no, they're not going to be coming anymore. They come, they eat our food, we pay for their hotel bills, we pay everything for them, and they even get extra. But I don't want to talk about the extra they get. All right? Because I don't want to dehumanize, I respect people. But they get all that as specs. So that is why every 4 years, they want to send observers. That useless United Nations, what do they exist for? Yes, Africa has the highest number of countries that go to the United Nations to waste their time. Every September, they'll come and read their stories of wars. Nobody helps them. Nobody does anything. Who cares about an Africa? Because the African people have not been able to put themselves in that trajectory that will produce the type of leadership that will be sensitive and responsive to their need. Yes, that will be humane and not the savages that they have as leaders. Savages who take instruction from Imperial Europe. Yes, and then the Arabs. So this is where we are, and this is what must end. This is why young people who find themselves either in the army are not shooting their way to power because they are tired, they are angry, they are not going to take it anymore. So that was why Traore came. That was why Thomas Sankara came. That was why the one that's the latest one now in Ivory Coast. That's the reason. Young people are frustrated because they know the democratic institution in Africa does not work. It was skewed, they never work by the imperial powers. So I hold them accountable, yes, for doing what they did. And that is why people are now rebelling. They are tired. We are tired. So we demand that Africa be left alone. Let Africa start from the scratch. We will get there, yes, with a program and actionable leadership driven by people who have love for their countries, yes, or for the African continent. Check out all the leaders in Africa. How many truly love their country? They don't. They love France more than their countries. Yes, like the one in Cameroon, Paul Biya. He became president in 1982 when I left high school. 1982, that's 40-something years. So a young man who was born in 1982 in Cameroon only knows one man as president. But in the United States, between 1982 and now, America has seen over 5 presidents, if not more. You see? So they grew up knowing Paul Biya. When is he going to leave? Paul Biya is 90-something years old. Paul Biya of Cameroon, president of Cameroon, is 90-something years old. He's not talking about leaving. And you know what? He's standing in the next election. So he can't even raise his hand when he wants to acknowledge years. Look at him. They hold his hand. They have to hold his hand. He can't talk. Then the Senate president in Cameroon is 91 years old. What kind of thing? That's what France wants for Africa. They don't see anything right. That the same people who tell me about human rights are not letting the African people enjoy human rights. I don't think a man who has lost his testamentary capacity has the right to be my leader. But in France, with France, everything is possible. And France is fighting its last battle in Africa, and it's losing so badly. It's a streak of losses. More French colonies will go down, yes, and France will be kicked out. Imperial Europe has abused Africa far more than tolerance. We are not going to tolerate that anymore. And they don't want to hear that. It makes them feel bad. They think they own Africa, that Africa will stay under their control forever. No, you are going to meet a resistance. And this is the reason why we are telling you that you won't be able to do what you did in the past and get away with it. That is why we are telling you, challenging you. You can't touch Ibrahim Traore like you killed Thomas Sankara. No, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. So the people there now, they understand what's going on. They saw what happened to Mugabe. Yes, Mugabe, what did Mugabe do wrong? He did not do anything wrong. When the Ian Smith regime was about to end, they reached an agreement on land distribution. These are the people, the owners of the land, black owners of the land. I want to ask some people a question here. I am here in this United States. I know where what the limit that I can. Will I now come and just go and be confiscating people's land? For what? Now these people head down the people's land. Over 99% of the arable land in Zimbabwe were in the hands of a minority white people. That was unfair. It was unfair before the Almighty God. It was unfair before man. It was unfair before our ancestors. It's unfair before our younger generation who grew up without access to opportunities. And you tell them that they cannot ask questions. That was all Mugabe did wrong. Let us redistribute it. They reached a deal. They reached an agreement. When the time came for them to enforce the agreement, they started trouble. And the man had to move. He was the president of the country. And his people were putting pressure on him. What did you want him to do? He acted. And then they started telling them to leave. All right? They left and went back some of them went to Europe and went to Britain. How long did it take them before they started complaining and they started coming back? Yes. Ain't no place like Africa. It's only in Africa somebody can give you something genuinely from his heart of heart, free, and is free indeed. It's only in Africa that strangers, people from other diverse environments can be tolerated. Free, come, let's be brothers. But every time we do good, what we get is punishment for being open and for being good. Yes. So now you are teaching us. Some of us are being radicalized, because of what we have come to inherit as human beings. We are human beings. We are not animals. Even though you look down on us, as we know who we are, and that is why we are saying no. Don't touch Ibrahim Traore, because we saw what happened to Mugabe. Right in our we hated him. We thought he was the problem, but we could not understand. Yeah, they made the people hungry so that they would rebel against him, and they succeeded. They took everything, destroyed the country's economy, destroyed its currency, for the sake of one person, one human being. One human being. You destroyed an economy because you wanted one human being out of power. You made children cry. You made women cry. You made the elderly cry because of one man. So this is the lesson the Burkinabés have learned. This is the lesson the whole of Africa is learning now. So when you can do whatever you want, please don't touch that young man. He represents a lot for Africa. A lot of people look up to him. I'm telling you, the whole continental destiny is in on his shoulders. And you know what it means when it was a young man like that now. A young man who is speaking for the very first time after the first finance left. The first finance were all the people. I'm talking about Kwame Nkrumah, and all of them. Just in a counter, very dire African patriots. So when they knocked that first line out, they brought their puppets. So we have had 3 generations of puppets leading Africa to nowhere, to doom. And this is why the African people are now asking questions. Yes. And sadly, my country, Nigeria, where I was born 62 years ago, presents the toughest obstacle to the unification of Africa because of the puppet there. We have uprooted, so that Nigeria will take its place of pride as the giant of Africa and the leader of the African continent. So they want to ensure that Nigeria is not liberated, so that it will be business forever, as usual. And that's why you see banditry. That's why you see terrorism. Who is sponsoring the terrorism? Yes, I remember doing a report of what France was doing in 2019. That was how my Facebook account was blocked. Because I exposed them. 3 years later, I was vindicated. France is responsible hopefully in no distant time to give him high 10 for the great job he's doing. Yes, doing a great job. And you know what it is to inspire a generation of young people who have been so blessed with no sense of direction, a rudderless generation. 75% of Africa's 1.5 billion people are young people who are hopeless, rudderless, and just directionless. And then to come and say a young man, some of them are in his age bracket. See this young man, you know, martial fighting for his country. That's the best thing to happen to a continent, especially at a time like this. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Thanks, brothers. Let's fight for one Africa from Gambia. It doesn't matter what is your belief as religion. That is your choice. Once again, thanks to be there for everyone. Thank you very much. We appreciate. And Pleasant Gift said 8% of South Africa is white Afrikaners owning 80% of the land. Imagine blacks in any European country or the US owning 80% of land there. It's unthinkable. Yes, you are absolutely right. It's impossible. And we don't have that culture of aggression, of wanting to seize what more than what we want. Even if they say we are corrupt, they taught us corruption. We never were a corrupt people. Yes. Yeah. When you come into a country and then you want to take it by hook or by crook, you corrupt the people. And then the people think that corruption is a way of life. Now it became a disease in Africa. We are not able to curb it anymore. Yeah, because it's a virus, terrible virus that is killing Africa and sinking the continent. So this is why we need a new direction. And we don't apologize for what we are doing. No apologies at all for standing up. So Africans, you are listening to me. Africans listening to me, especially the younger generation. Some of you don't know what you want. You must. If you know your history, then you would know where you are coming from. If you know your history, then you would know where you are coming from. If you know your history, then you would know where you are coming from. Yes. So we know our history. We know where we are coming from. Now we have to teach our younger generation to know their history. So if you are acting crazy before, thinking that you came from the wind, you got to know that because there's something that will wake you one day, to rudely wake you to start thinking. So this is a moment for all of us to start thinking. All right. Yes. Where's this guy? Texas Ripple. Anyway, I don't waste my time responding to you. All right. The next time you make any such comment, your ass is going to be kicked out of here. Okay? If you don't like our channel, you are not forced to be here. So just take your ass, you hater. We are not afraid of haters like you. Now, tell me where you come from so I will address you appropriately. Yes, sick hater. We don't care about you. Nobody is afraid of you. All right? And, wala salam alaikum. Thank you very much. Yes. Good to hear from all of you. Wow, look at comments here. Too much. Yes, hands off Ibrahim Traore. He's for the people of Africa and the diaspora. Yes, daughter of Yahweh. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, keep the information. Yes, going. Thank you. I will never stop. The African continent is not poor. It is poorly managed. Absolutely. It's poorly managed by puppets. That is why we don't want those puppets anymore. Anyway, our consciousness is rising. We are going to continue to pump this message in the head of our people so that they will understand that Africa is their continent. And Africa is for Africans. America for Americans. Yes, China for Chinese. But in our case, we will share with the world. We will share with the world with what we are endowed with. Africans are not interested in going to build a military outpost thousands of miles away from the continent of Africa. We don't feel threatened. Those who come to our places, France has how many military bases in Africa? Over 30. Doing what? Who are they protecting? They are not protecting us. They are protecting their interests. Their interest is in our minerals. That those military, they use soldiers from those bases to escort out of Africa. So they are all going to leave. We don't want them. Let them keep their military where you want them in your within your territory. That is okay. Don't bring them to scare us. We are not going to be scared anymore. So we are growing. We are waking up. But we love the word. We don't want to do anything that would destroy the world. We are not terrorists. We are not terrorists. They brought terrorism in our countries. We will never, we are the type of people who will go and strap bombs on our body to blow up anything. We were taught all this. Yes, that some of us are rebelling and becoming radicalized is the result of what we have made to see every day. When we are treated like we are nobody, it's time for the African mind to wake up. Yes, wake up, Africa. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. So, for those of you who joined us for the very first time, let me appeal to you to subscribe to our channel. And don't stop listening. We have thousands since 2020, November 20th, 2020. We have recorded over 1,500 messages on this channel. So please do go back and look at what we have done before now until we got to this place. Yes, and do us a favor. Bring your friends, fans, and well-wishers to join us here because we are a global movement for peace through justice. We want to promote things that will enhance global security and global stability. We want to create a situation, an atmosphere where you can come to Africa and be as happy as you want, invest and respect us, and the happiness will go around. Don't come as an exploiter, because these are where we are going to be resisting those who exploit us. Just come. There's a lot in Africa. The beauty of the place, the climate, the everything. Look, Africa is heaven. It's heaven that some people don't want to see materialize. Come and enjoy the beauty of Africa. Come and help us, build an Africa that will be home to all. That is what we have. We don't reject people. We only reject those who don't like us. We only reject those who want to exploit us. We only reject those who want to exterminate us, yes, for their own good and to our detriment. So this is the reason why we want an Africa led by true Africans, Africans who have minds of Africans, Africans who have love for Africa and the African people, and Africans who will defend and rise up, for Africa when they are challenged. Yeah, that's what we are doing. So please, leave Africa alone. We got some problems, but we have the men and women of capacity who can solve the problem. Our many problems, if they are really that many, but I don't see them as many. The greatest problem of Africa is leadership, and then followers' unconsciousness. So we want leaders who will be at home with us, that will we can even touch you, and not the one that will be flying thousands of miles away from us and talking down on us, working for his imperial masters. We are tired of those. And that is why we are asking that we wake up. That is why we are telling our brothers and sisters around the world, children, grandchildren, descendants of slaves, remember, you are all African. Like Peter McIntosh said, no matter where you come from, as long as you are a black man, you are an African. We don't hate here. We love everybody because we believe that the Almighty God made all of us equal. And then there's no reason why we should hate anyone. All right? So much love to you guys. I really sincerely and deeply appreciate you guys. So we from Africa, we come with a lot of experience, some very annoying experiences, knowing fully well what we see of other places. that our continent is not developing the way it should develop, regardless of the massive mineral and abundant resources there. It makes us sick and then make us begin to ask questions. Ene, how are you? Richard Reno, thank you very much. Michelle, it's a pleasure seeing you here. Yes, love. Tiffany, love from America. All right. Which city are you in America? Great to hear from you. Yes, so let's show love. The Almighty God made us, Yes. All right. Michelle Collins, much respect from Canada. Same here. Much love. I love you. Thank you very much for being part of this stream. And I hope I hope you subscribed. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, because one thing we want to do is grow organically. We love the organic growth that we are registering. Yes, we love it. Hey, you guys from TikTok, so much love. I love you guys, for turning out in this great number. Wow, I can't believe this. A lot of people, showing up on TikTok. And again, the same heavy amount coming out from YouTube. Wow, this is great. I really appreciate you guys for being part of this historic more than 1 hour that we'll be here right now. I mean, okay, 7 minutes past an hour. That is great. Thank you, Michelle, for the subscription. Yes, peace. Richard Reno, thank you very much. Just seeing this here. This is lovely. Ene, thank you very much. Ene, please, I hope you've subscribed. Please don't leave without subscribing. Mwanache, hey, Mwanache, thank you very much. Yes, I am so excited being part of spending this evening with you. Thank you. And your name sounds Nigerian. Yes, I am Nigerian too. Yes, thank you. With love from Trinidad and Tobago, Sandra Singh. Thank you. Africa is rising. Yes, Africa is rising. Thank you, Ene, for this subscription. Yes, we love this. What we want to do, we can all get along. It's politicians and those driven by greed and the avarice for it. They are the ones who create confusion globally. Yes, because their hunger for money and earthly things. Yes, earthly things is insatiable. Yes, proud Nigerian. Thank you. I am too. Yes, we are going to make Nigeria a better country, not what it is right now in the hands of criminals. So wake up and then share Open Nigeria, share ONN with your friends. Let them come. Whenever we have this type of meeting, we try to do it nearly every day. We are here. And on Saturdays are really heavy. Saturdays and Sunday we are here. So we are trying to build a momentum for change in Africa. Yes, starting with Nigeria. So Ibrahim Traore is our man. You see, Ibrahim Traore is loved by everybody. He's loved by Christians, even though he's a Muslim. He's loved by Muslims. He's loved by animists. He's loved by everybody. That tells you that love transcends religion. Religion is a personal business. It's not a business. He's not like Gumi, that idiot in Nigeria who misleads millions of Muslims. He preaches hate. Thank God for Saudi Arabia. They deported his ass and banned him from coming into the country just 2 days ago. I'm so happy to hear that. The next one is going to be the Saad, the one who calls himself the Sultan of Sokoto. He preaches hate. He doesn't want Nigeria to be united. Yes, those animals Nigeria will take care of them. The younger people are tired of hating and being hated. That is why they are rising up to say, we have had enough. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will go. Yes, he will go, and he will go in a very disgraceful manner, because he has come to destroy our country. A criminal who was prosecuted and found guilty here. How he went and sat on the presidency of Nigeria, paired with a terrorist with ties to Boko Haram. It's crazy that Nigeria's Minister of Defense is a bandit, governor for 8 years, who was buying operational vehicles for bandits in Nigeria. Is Nigeria's Minister of Defense. And they say they are fighting terrorism in Nigeria. How will you win that war? How will you win the war against terrorism with a terrorist being in charge? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Yes, graceful grace. He said, I just learned that France has controlled 14 African countries for many, many years. Yes, that is right. The countries are in the Sahel region of the West Africa. Pull up Ibrahim Traore on YouTube and see that a young man. Yes, yes, that is absolutely correct. And you know what France has been doing since almost 80 years of beating down on those people? You know what they are doing? They were stealing 500 billion US dollars every year from their 14 colonies. No Africa, no France. That is why France is fighting its last battle. They need to really find an alternative because they are going to be chased out of Africa for the evil that the French leadership perpetrated in Africa for more than 100 years. Yes. Are you talking about? It's more than nearly 200 years. Because the French people never left. They have military bases in all their colonies that are not France. What is the size of France? Nigeria is 4 times the size of France. Nigeria is 4 times the size of France. The state of Texas where I live is bigger than France. I think about 2 or 3 times bigger than France. Little country holding a whole 14 African countries hostage. And then it looks like we have the brains of roaches. Why? Because they did not allow us to build capacity. So that's why they must leave so we can go and rebuild. We will build capacity. Africa will be heaven. And I see it coming. I see a change. We see the United States of Africa in our lifetime. It's knocking and it's coming really hard. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, we have come together and unite all over this world. Absolutely, Reynolds. I appreciate that. Yes, yes. When we in Trinidad and Tobago needs a president like Ibrahim Traore, admire and love him. Please protect him from those losers. Absolutely. Yeah, Africa will not be stupid like we were in the past. When they come and tell us, hate him and they will kill him and they will kill him, do him this and we do that. If he's a good person, we will protect him. And Ibrahim Traore has demonstrated exceptionally that he's a good guy that deserves our protection. If he's not good on our own, we will handle him in our own. Remember, when they start praising your economy, you know that something is not right. Then when you start having problems, you are refusing to do what the headmasters want you to do. Then you know you are doing good. So come close to your people. We need Africans who can lead. We need Africans who love their continent. We need Africans who have that human kindness. We need Africans who can be so simple and let us be the best. Yes, hallelujah, hallelujah. To the United States of Africa, glory be to God. Lord Jesus Christ, amen. Sandra Singh, thank you very much. Yes, we appreciate you guys. I don't know how I got to express my joy, with what is taking place, what has just taken place in the past 74 minutes, 22 seconds that I've been here. This is exciting, most exciting. And I'm so proud of you guys who took your time, precious time, to be part of this stream. Please do me one favor. If you can, you share this message and then, comment. Yeah, good night, Simone. Simone, thank you very much. Much love, much love. Yeah, he said he removed French soldiers from Burkina Faso because the French was taking 75% of the natural resources and left about 25% of the wealth for the Africans who own all of the wealth to begin with. Yeah, that is so sad. That's what they are doing. And they will come and tell us that, oh, your countries are so poor. You are not doing well. Yeah, but they steal everything. And then come and insult the African people. They say they are giving us aid. Who needs aid? We don't need aid. Africa is so rich to be a beggarly continent. We don't need no. Bomb backlot. You're right. You got it. So that's just what it is. We don't need aid. We need trade. We need respect. We need access to the global market. Let us compete. And you know what? We bring organic products into the world market. Organic, no chemical. Yes, and that is what promote hate. They don't want that. They want to poison us. So enough is enough. Enough is enough. Now is the time. Again, I thank you all. We can't say this all alone. So much thanks from our mouths and from our hearts. And I look forward to seeing you in our next stream coming up soon. All Africa. And then for those of you who wish to, show your face sometime on camera, we'll be more than happy to bring you on and let's talk about the world. We want a global world. We want we want global peace. Okay, Simon Ranky said, I'm from Jamaica. Yeah, of Jamaica. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, Jamaica. You love Bob Marley? Right, Ed. Yeah, Jamaica is a great country. I think I will be in Jamaica next year. So we have a connection with a young Jamaican out there. I'm going to connect you guys. Young Jamaican, we are trying to build the Pan-African movement in Jamaica. I know Jamaicans are mostly Pan-Africanists, so we're going to be connecting through that means. Much love to you guys, man. I really don't know how to say enough thank you, for this. I am very, very grateful for this turnout. And most importantly, that we are engaging one another with respect. It's unbelievable, really unbelievable. So I look forward to seeing you guys, and we'll continue to do our best to bring issues that will be of benefit. You will understand, and we'll all talk about it together, and then grow together to build this movement, great movement that I see. Yeah, that is why we do everything natural. Everything here is natural. For those who want to support our work, support what we do, you can send us super thanks or join our membership rank. We'll very much appreciate it. We do things, and our thing is we are very ambitious and visionary about what we want to do. We want to touch lives as much as we can, around the world, not just in Africa. Because I live here in the United States, I do things for people here too, and then we will extend our hands our hands of fellowship everywhere there is need for that. We appreciate you guys, and have a good night. So I can now go and chill and be very happy that I encountered some of the best friends ever. Connecting with all of you guys here makes me most happy. I love you, and good night.